quick tip before today's video starts, as I like to be informative. Measure twice, cut once. Don't do what I did, measure once, cut 5 times. Anyway, enjoy today's video. Still on it for food. The water temperature's down to just over 12 now. But still on it, so still going to feed a bit of it. A rare day this week. Some of that in the sky. Remember that? The sun. Yeah, quite a nice day today. Blue sky. People not on holiday though. Sunny Newark, or near Newark. I haven't done anything with the achiever for about 3 or 4 days. I haven't got it out, haven't messed around with it. Definitely healing there. In fact, it doesn't look any red at all now. I will have to get it out to give it a proper check over, but it wasn't swimming around for food, looking for food. It was just sort of mooching around, not really near any of the other fish, but it's definitely perked up a bit the last few days. Funnily enough, since the little shower caught it. So whether or not, I don't know. This thing as well. Look at that. Stealing the food from the mouth of the others. So hopefully now we're through the worst of it with the achiever. Who knows? This is koi keeping, but you know. Seems a bit happier, so it can only be a good thing, can't it? Well, 19 degrees at the minute. I'm putting up half a degree a day. it's dropping, I don't know, 0.1, 0.2 of a degree a day. Thinking now maybe I'll turn the shower down a tad. And I am going to build the covers for it. God knows when I'm going to do it, but what does mean? Look, 11.9. So yeah, I'm going to build the surround for the shower. I'm just going to use some bits of wood for the corners and then cut the front and the back, maybe a bit for the top, just to sit round, just to take a bit of wind chill off, because the air temperature now, evening times and night, is frosty, so it is really cold at the night time now. Especially we're quite exposed here, you get a bit of wind blowing in from the back. Well, there's a hedge, but that's sort of disappearing now, all the leaves and whatever dying. So hey, winter is well and truly on the way. Wicked. God, this time of year is depressing. You get up, it's just about getting light before you've got to go to work. And then when you get in, it's dark. So, pond's down to about 12 degrees now. I definitely am going to cover the shower. I think that is making a huge difference. It was going down about, I know it's been cold, but it's not been freezing cold. So I'm going to cover the shower because the wind that we've been getting has been pretty chilly. But you'll be able to see, but the fish are still up and about, still looking for a bit of food. So I've been putting a few bits in. Yeah, it's just winter, depressing. Bring back summer, boycott winter, that's what I say. Hey ho, so chuck a bit of food in, then I go off to work and come back when it's dark, because that's what we do. Catch you later. So the guys inside here, I know it's quite warm, 19.5 degrees, but the Achievers had a bit of a new lease of life. Coming up for food, like, can't eat enough at the minute. I haven't had him out, just want to leave it now. It looks like there's no raised scales and stuff, and it's the wound is white all over, so I'm just letting it do its thing rather than stressing it by getting out and bowling it up and sedating it and all that jazz. And I did cut the tail, albeit not the nicest of cuts. I just lobbed that bit off at the back that had the nick out of it. And yeah, the last couple of days it's definitely taken a bit happy now it's settled. Obviously the change from going out to in and the temperature swing a bit, a couple of degrees out. But yeah, overall, since I've lost a little shower, which was causing me grief, everyone else in here has perked up a bit, so I don't know whether that fish, weird, I don't know whether it's just a placebo in my head, but I don't know whether that fish was putting a bit of a downer on the whole pond and the other fish. But anyway, it's good to see the Achiever sort of up and about looking for some food, you know, swimming around with a pack now rather than being a bit depressed. And so I can't see any raised, horrible, yucky scales, so hopefully now we're through the worst of it. It's just the damage that is caused, how well it will heal. But only time will tell, won't it? As I say, I'm not going to get it out though. I'm not going to stress it any bit by getting it out, unless I really feel that I need to have to. But as I say, it's a couple of weeks now. It's been in there, and I've not, the last 6, 7, 8 days, something like that, I've not had it out at all. Just let it get on with it. Yeah. We're still looking for food, so I'm still going to be putting some in, even though the temperature are rapidly dropping. I don't know when, but I do need to make the cover for that. It's just been so busy lately, it's been like crazy. Busy at work and busy with like kid stuff and general life. I do want to get that done rapid. I might have a bit of a bash later today. So to get the cover started to be built, hopefully I've got enough polycarb to make the cover for it, but still seem happy enough. And at the minute that's my trickle. I need to get that sorted as well, especially now winter's coming, the pipe being across the ground. Anyway. These guys are obviously still on it. So the Achiever, definitely a marked improvement in its just what it does. It's not sort of sulking anymore, it is up looking for food. And it is swimming around with the others, which it wasn't doing before. So hopefully going in the right direction. Yeah. I've been trying to do a bit of coaxing him to a bit of hand feeding these dudes, but they're not really having it. The Achiever does a bit. The side of it. See where I lobbed its tail off. Not the best cut, but I just sort of hacked it off at an angle. In a state of depression when I was treating it, obviously, and it was just getting worse and worse and worse. The scales on its side, so. Hello. So I'm going to have a go at measuring up to make the cover for that shower. Bit of paper, pencil. Let me see if we can mess this up and cut stuff wrong and measure stuff wrong, because that's the way I roll. Right, so I'm just going to get up there. I'm going to measure, obviously, around the bottom, and then the height. I'll probably only ever have the cover on for the shower when these are on. But I'm thinking whether I should make it full height, because it looks like I'll have enough room above the top of the shower, because it's about 4 or 5 inches. Well, it's a 4x4 post on the bottom and then the polycarb on the top. So if I make it full height, if there was no covers, I could put the cover over the shower if I wanted, but still and have no cover on the pond. So I might do that. It should fit. I'm going to do that, I think. Well, we'll measure up and see. Hopefully I've got enough polycarb, and It's all in the back of the garage somewhere, so I'll dig it out. I found a piece the other day which was just there, that white bit over there. So let's get doing that. Love a bit of DIY. Yeah, absolute dumbass. Need tape measure, don't I? How you measuring with no tape measure? God. More flow that in and that in. Some reason. I always like to have a look in here when I'm over the back here. Isn't very often, and I don't know what I'm looking for. I'll just take the top off to look in. Why not? Right, let's get measuring. I was on about making it full height. So from the coping to the top, 33 inches. So if I make it 33 inches tall, there's plenty of room. Look, still got a couple of inches, maybe 4 inches spare at the top there. So I will definitely make it the full height of the shower, as if there was no covers on the top of the pond. So if needed, I can just sort of pop it on and take it off as and when I'm required, really. It's not just for winter. Maybe when it's just a bit fresh, sort of autumnish, I don't know, but I'll make it full height. It just gives me options then, rather than if I make it the smaller size, I can only be able to put it on with something around the bottom, an additional thing around the bottom, so sort of 5 inches worth of height it would need. So I've got the room, so I'm going to make it the full height. I've got my measurements. Check out the drawing. Oh, I haven't got them all, have I? Because that 33 inches. Right. So I just need to work out what bit's going to go where. So 33 is the biggest. Little wee bits of polycarb. Just had a quick measure up. Luckily, one of the bigger bits is the perfect side for the front and the back. Unbelievably, stuff like that normally doesn't happen. And then bit easy enough to then just knock up a bit of this for the sides and then a little bit for the top. Yeah, I'm gonna make it so it's like a timber frame. It's got some of these things, bits of wood, whatever it's for, I don't know. It's in the fencing department. And then I'll just screw the polycarb to that. So, measuring it up. That's all I'm using. I bought a fine tooth saw. It was about £8 or something from Homebase. It's cutting it quite well. Which side? Which side? So, as you see at the start of the video, Daly's tips to measure once and cut twice. Now I'm 40 years old, and I don't look it. I've cut plenty of things in my time, and I've measured plenty of things in my time. But why is it every time I do it, it goes wrong? So the plan was to cut the sheets and put it on a wooden frame around the shower. Well, I measured the shower and I cut the polycarb sheets to exactly the right size. What am I doing? So, all's not lost. So what I've done was that. So I still had some of the tape left, which is it's like a special poly plastic tape stuff, specifically designed to be outside, so it's UV proof and weatherproof and stuff. I mean, the stuff I've had on here, that's probably been there 3-4 years now. So I still had half a roll of that stuff left, so I've used that to tape the corners and the edges. This last bit is for the top, just to put a little lid on it. Yeah, not too bad in the end actually, even with the near wreckness of not measuring correctly. So I'll get the lid on and then yeah, that'll be it, all done. Worked out okay in the end, but boy was I panicking. But we got there. Happy. So I had to use a bit of black duct tape for the top, run out of this stuff, whatever it is. So yeah, looks alright. So just take round the corners here with the tape, and then just stuck the lid on the top. Put a final bit of tape on here, so it's not going to blow off. And obviously I had to cut around that. I could put a small filler piece in this gap, I suppose, which I might do actually. I've got plenty of off-cutty bits. In fact, the bit that I cut out, find that. What do I do with it? Obviously, yeah, I took it back and threw it in the bin, didn't I? So I'll have to get that out. Yeah, happy. Good job. Back and back and back and forth. Here we go. I didn't throw it. There's the bit. So I just need to lob a bit off the bottom of that, so it's wedging the gap. Cool. It's not the right bit. See? It's not the right bit. It's not the right... God damn it! Back we go. That's the right bit. Let's get it done. Praise be, we're done. Even did some quality sticking with the black duct tape. So yeah, all done. Job done. Whether or not it'll make a difference, I don't know. Should need to finish putting the lid on this now. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. I've got a bit of time off work coming up, so I'll get the wood ordered, and then I can finish putting the top on that in the next week or two. So we're getting there. Oh, eventually. So there we go, the finished article. All good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Obviously now winter's here, it's a bit harder to try and make content because as I'm not heated, there's not a huge amount going on with the pond, so obviously it's covered up. There's hardly any food, if no food, going in now. Thanks for watching, you never know, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.